Welcome back to Stem Cells Unveiled From Basics to Breakthroughs. I'm Dr. Sukant Khurana, your host, and we are on episode 12 Aging and Longevity. Can stem cells turn back time? Leading us today is the brilliant Basudha Banerjee, our expert on longevity, regenerative medicine, stem cells, steering the series with incredible passion. Basudha, take us into the fountain of youth. I'm all ears.
I'm glad to be back, Dr. Khurana. Now, this one's a biggie: aging, longevity, and stem cell. It sounds like the ultimate thing. So, the main question is that can we turn back time? I'm buzzing to explore how stem cells tie into aging, the research on rejuvenating them into older folks, and the wild, speculating dreams of anti aging and lifespan extension. So let's get started with aging itself. Stem cells are at the heart of why we slow down. Dr. Khurana, what's your opener on how they fit into the aging puzzle?
Well, you're leading the way, and I prefer it that way. But I would say it's their decline, not just that we age, even stem cells age. Stem cells lose steam over time, dragging regeneration down. How do you address that challenge? Over to you.
Yeah, I think that's the right word. Decline is the perfect word. So, stem cells are our body's repair crew. Think of muscle satellite cells or, say, hematopoietic stem cells in the marrow. In youth, they divide, differentiate, and keep the tissues fresh. But as we age, the regenerative capacity tanks. I've seen studies showing that hematopoietic stem cells in older mice skew towards myeloid cells, not balanced blood production, and thus weaker immunity. Muscle stem cells get sluggish too, like less proliferation and more fibrosis. It's like their batteries would run low because the telomeres shorten and DNA damage piles up. And then the niche around them gets hostile with inflammation. And I would like to have your opinion on why they fade. What's your take on that?
Yeah, so you painted the right picture, a very vivid picture. It's a mix. Epigenetic changes mess with their gene expression. And then there is inflammatory soup, interleukin 6, TNF alpha. They stifle their mojo. So it's inflammation along with epigenetics. And when we say there might even be some oxidative stress, but most focus has been so far on inflammation and epigenetic changes. Um, what do you have to say about these two things and how their mojo is stifled?
I would say that definitely inflammation is a killer because aging is a low grade fire that just wears them out. But here is the flip: research on rejuvenation. Can we recharge those batteries? And this is where I geek out. One trick is boosting the stem cell function in elderly. Take parabiosis, stitching a young mouse into to an old one and sharing the blood. So old stem cells like muscle, neural, they perk up, and thanks to all the youthful factors like GDF11. Interestingly, I've also read about human trials tweaking that, like injecting plasma fractions to wake up these stem cells. Then we also have a lot of NAD plus boosters, molecules like NMN, that revive up the mitochondria in stem cells and ultimately improve their output in aged mice, having stronger muscles and sharper brains. Dr. Khurana, any rejuvenation ideas you are into currently?
I'll get to some aspects of NAD plus, but the mouse thing that you mentioned kind of made me wonder about Brian Johnson and this multimillionaire, almost billionaire entrepreneur with his son's blood and factors, right? Problem is N of one. He's the guy who's on so many things that you can't tell what is working, what is not working. Clearly, some things are working, right? He keeps posting about his various parameters every day. In fact, even had some recent spat with Baba Ramdev, right, about air quality index. And on the air quality index, I'm on his side. I'm not saying I'm on his side on everything, but on AQI and how that is hurting people's lifespan in India, I don't think he was very wrong. But let's get back to you mentioned NAD plus boosters, right? So I think NAD plus angle is very interesting. Mitochondrial health is a clutch, right? I would add senolytics, clearing out senescent cells to free up stem cells mesh. These all appear very promising to me.
Yeah, I would say that definitely that is promising, like cleaning the house so the stem cells thrive. That is quite a promising future. So there is also gene therapy, wherein CRISPR to fix the DNA repair genes in the old stem cells or overexpress telomerase to stretch the telomeres. In mice, it is boosted hair regrowth as well as heart repair. And talking of human trials, it is quite early, but I'm hooked. Imagine elderly folks with stem cells acting young again. Now, let's get speculative and talk of anti-aging therapies and then lifespan extension. This is the sci-fi territory, and could stem cells be the elixir? So, picture regular infusions of rejuvenated iPSCs, your own cells, and reset and pump back in, keeping all the tissues youthful. Or even organoids replacing the worn out parts and a new liver at, say, 80. Dr. Khurana, what's your wildest anti aging dream?
Well, you're on fire, Vasudha. I would go with systemic stem cell resets, whole body rejuvenation via engineered iPSCs, pushing lifespan past 100, maybe even 120 in the next 15, 20 years to come. I think that's part sci-fi, I think, but part a possibility. It's not too insane to dream. I think that's have is to have another 75 years out of which I can work for 70 more years. So, I'm a workaholic. I'm hoping to have longer span to work and enjoy scientific discoveries. That's what I'm hoping for. But yeah, that's my wild dream.
And what if it's past 120? That is so crazy and wild.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah,
Yep.
I'm there with you. Systemic is the dream. So think of iPSCs turned into youthful blood stem cells and flushing out all the old ones and having better oxygen, immunity, and everything. Or even brain organoids, topping up neurons to dodge dementia. So lifespan extension is trickier. Mice live longer with stem cell tweaks, but about humans, we are guessing centuries, not decades, with calorie restriction and rapamycin all that while. I completely understand that the challenges are massive. Cancer risk from hyperactive stem cell with an ability to undergo tumorigenesis. Additionally, we have cost and ethics of access. But the vision, that is great. So aging as a choice, not fate. Dr. Khurana, any limits you would like to put into this speculative leap?
Well, that's giving me goosebumps. Cancer risk is real. Too much stem cell activity could spark tumors. Plus, biology is stubborn. Aging is not just stem cells, it's everything breaking down.
I think that's right. Biology is very stubborn. It's a full system puzzle. But stem cells are a huge piece of this puzzle. From the decline, driving aging to rejuvenation research to sci fi lifespan dreams, this is a frontier I cannot get enough of. With that, Dr. Khurana, thank you for letting me lead this. It's been a blast chasing time with you, chasing stem cells, regenerative medicine, and aging all together.
Well, you've been phenomenal, Basudha, blending science and imagination seamlessly. That's episode 12, folks, led by incredible Basudha Banerjee. Next time, we'll explore stem cells in biotech innovation. If you have questions, comments, please type them out in the comment section. Share this podcast with people who love longevity science. Until then, keep wondering if time can bend.